This call is being recorded.
Let me see. Okay. Oh, you're born in 91. That's amazing.
Yeah, I am so hyped for this. Like, you have no idea. I'm like your number one fan.
Thank you. And your son is an Aquarius, so that's amazing. This is already dope. 91 is one of my favorite years, and we already know after that you're an alien, which is kind of funny because
I literally was like, I can't wait for just like the first person in my life to be like, you're an alien, and I can be like, yes, I fucking am.
oh my God, I'm so honored that I'm even like helping with this role because like I'm gonna give you an article about alien constructs, right?
Yes.
So the way every time I see anyone with like Saturn, Uranus, Neptune on their sun and moon, that's an alien construct. But the one exception is if you're an Aquarius, you're automatically an alien regardless, right?
Legit.
But you have both. You're actually one of like the most powerful Aquarians I have ever read in like my 9, 10 year career.
I
And I've
was
read,
literally sitting here before this, like he's gonna tell me how powerful I am.
oh
Like,
my God,
but
I'm
I
right.
feel weird, but like I also feel validated. I literally told my friend, I was like, I feel like he's just gonna unlock the next level for me. Like I'm nervous. Like
That's what's up.
it's so crazy. Like I've been giving psychic readings and shit for like 10 years, like talking to the dead. Like it's so wild. So
Okay, so
wild.
guess what? Guess what? And I already have chills already because I'm just gonna right off the bat read one of the constructs. You have Neptune on your rising. Neptune instrument aliens are able to reflect the inherent God and goddess within each human being, literally assist the dying in crossing over, which is talking to the dead, projecting invisibility onto others, leading others to sacred dance. And then you got the Uranian instrument aspect because you have Neptune and Uranus on your rising. So Uranus instrument can see the future, talk to anyone of any station of status, express change, inventions and innovations. And because you're an aqua sun, you actually possess this. You understand Uranus, like the ruler of your second, is on your rising. So like you're the definition of the celestial goddess genius. Which, by the way, all Aquarians are high king and queen. So I actually have a good friend with the Cap Rising, New Moon, and Aqua. And he's one of the most talented artists I've ever like known so far. Really awesome, really extraordinary. So yeah, I mean, I look up to Aquarius. That's like my 10th house. So I'm really honored. And you also have Saturn 0 degrees on your moon. I have Saturn on my moon, but in Capricorn. And because it's also with your sun, I'm gonna include the Saturn power. So like you can manifest from the heart, you can turn time backwards and forwards, although as an Aquarius, you're outside of time. So you're already you could lead humanity to the new age, recognize false leaders, evil-driven seeds. You can establish world family with the moon Saturn, intuit the strategies of world leaders and corporations. And I mean, we've already proven within like 5 minutes you're like a celestial gangster. Like
That's how I feel. I've hated life here until 2020, and I was like, I'm here for this shit. And I've just been like
yeah,
waterboarding people with the truth, like censored as
so
fuck.
glad
Like,
First of all, please don't hesitate to interrupt if there's anything you want to mention. I am so glad you said 2020 because 2020 was the year Jupiter, Saturn, Mars were in your first, and that was like relative to when you're born. Your spirit was like, "All right, it's time to awake.
literally.
It's time to step into my destiny." You're
Yeah.
destined for greatness, by the way, which is like incredible. Um, my
I
my
also had 3 kids in the last 4 years, so I don't know if that's a Saturn return thing, but like holy shit, that on top of everything, it's just been like I've been treading water, and then literally just in like the last month, I'm like, all right, I'm back, bitches.
Oh, that's amazing. And it's good to know because you have all this fifth house activity with the North Node and Uranus. So, oh my gosh, like, and I hate to say everything that I'm saying because a lot of people are, I'm not going to say that, but certain people will just kind of get the impression that I gas people up because it does sound like that. Like,
No, I don't know. I get it.
I've been told I'm hype man of the year, and I love that because I like the hype. I'm really serious. Like this is so incredibly extraordinary. It now makes sense after interpreting all this why Aquarians, Capricorns, but especially you're here to innovate the future and without being so vague. if we could take this practically now because Pluto's right next to your north node. You had all these planets, Kripwalk and Dosido. Even the apocalypse cycle started on your destiny. So like you're one of the, of course, you're high queen, right? You literally have celestial quality of your soul and spirit. So of course you'd have knowledge of the apocalypse and like the new heaven, the new earth. But just to kind of make sense of this, I look 90 and 91 are twin years because 1990 we have North Node Aqua, Saturn Cap, and then y'all have Saturn Aqua, North Node Cap. So we're literally passing the baton and like we're it's amazing though because y'all take what we did to space basically. Like y'all take that knowledge to the collective. I like to say y'all got the short end of the stick, but you personally,
Yeah.
you're with us though. You're with us because you're 0 degrees Saturn Aqua, so we claim you as our own, even though you're on an Aquarius. Like you had your Saturn return 2020. The rest of the Saturn aquas with the exact Pluto square, you're aware of because you have Pluto square your sun. So that's just the proverbial jealousy that people have. Like there's jealousy towards Scorpio, there's jealousy towards Taurus, and there's the extreme jealousy towards Leo and Aquarius, where people hate on Leo, but people hate on Aquarius because y'all actually know. But then because that's literal air, it's impossible for, and that's the lesson of Aquarius in this dimension. It is impossible for y'all to not have an air of superiority because you're high nobility. And you know. So to everyone else, it's gonna feel like, oh my gosh, they think they know. And you just have to be like, bitch, I do. Thank you. Like actually,
I say it too much. People hate it because I'm always just like, I know. Like I literally say that all the time. I fucking know.
and like only an air sign can really appreciate that because they're Libra and Gemini are at least somewhat on your level. So like they can discern that
Yeah,
like,
I'm definitely with my twin flame, and he's a Gemini, and he's the only one that's been able to handle my ass for sure.
that's what's up. I've heard an Aquarius man tell me that Aqua's twin is Gemini, and that's a very interesting combo. Leo and
Yeah,
Sagittarius.
my parents were actually Aqua and Gemini also, but it was my mom that was a Gemini and my dad that was the Aqua.
Oh, Gemini and Aquarius share Aries, so a lot of those pairs are happening because y'all are gonna process. We're all processing the Aries gate portal with Chiron, Neptune, Saturn over the next few years. So it's like Aqua and Gemini are gonna be featuring new types of partnerships, like Kanye and Julia Fox right now. That's Aqua Gemini, which that's interesting. This is
That's
but like
awesome.
oh no, it is. No, well, you're extraordinary because now Sun Moon, you were born right before the new moon, right after the balsamic phase in Cap. So you're a gift of new knowledge. And here's the coolest thing. This is what you and I have in common. I'm a Taurus rising with the second house Gemini sun. You're a Cap rising with the second house Aqua sun. So both of our spirits are manifestations of our life force. We have our spirits. So it's like
I don't understand how people don't have theirs.
well, I learned that some people might be instruments of theirs, are theirs, or maybe they give it away to other people. Like I'm learning, I think in an essence, everyone is a spirit, has a spirit, and bees it. But specifically in our case, you manifest your spirit. Your spirit is the quality of celestial knowledge, which gives you the highest, currency. For example, Kylie Jenner is a Cap rising. She's like near a billionaire, and a lot of that has to do with Jupiter and Aqua, and that has to do with social media and like the network. But she has her sun in Leo. You actually, as an Aquarius, you manifest your spirit, which is literally like knowledge. So so it's the ascended version of me. For example, I'm Taurus rising. That's individual. I have Gemini. That's individual. Second house is value. It's money. So you pick me so that I can talk to you. And we're talking individually, one on one, and I'm manifesting communication, I'm manifesting enlightenment, right? So my spirit, I can literally manifest truth. However, you have the highest level of this where Capricorn is collective, pertaining to everyone. And of course, as a celestial collective goddess, you are the humanitarian, you're leading everybody, right? Because you know, and so you're manifesting knowledge. And knowledge, of course, is the most supreme. The only thing higher than knowledge is Pisces imagination, because knowledge is the basis for that, which you have those skills with Venus exalted. Your chart is legit. But yes, The second house Aqua is so extraordinary because now with your moon here and Mercury, like you are the and oh my god, and then you have Saturn. So here's the thing.
I've
This
literally been told by spirit the last few years, like they're just drilling it in my head that you are the leader for the leaders. And I'm
yeah,
like, so what the fuck do I do though?
that's actually true. And thank you for saying that because that gives me insight on your MC and Scorpio and Pluto. You're gonna develop a cult following and maybe even build a secret society
That's how
around it.
secret society. I feel like I have all these people coming towards me soon, but like I don't know what it is that I'm supposed to be offering because it's like
I know a Libra sun with the Cap rising and MC on his Pluto, and he's a Freemason because secret is Scorpio and society is 11th house. So like Cap risings are like they got the secret society, they're the tight social circles, which is like a secret society. But like
I could see that because like my life is like underground right now, like free birth. I don't vaccinate. Like I do everything the opposite of like like that would get me thrown in a camp, you know?
I
So
feel
like
you,
I could see myself going underground and finding everybody underground.
and that's beautiful because Scorpio is the underworld, underground, and it's very important that you maintain that because you are a leader for the leaders. Like we have to look at you, and your intense devotion to staying true is what makes the difference. But once again, you like me, you also have Saturn on your moon. That's internal authority, but you have it in Aquarius. So like at the core of your being, you really know. So the way we have to process information, but especially you, is kind of against postmodern inductive and deductive reasoning. So
Yeah.
instead of like looking in your environment and analyzing and then being like, this is what it is, you're going to already know inside what it is. And then you're going to research from around to confirm everything you know inside.
Yes, that's how I operate.
You have internal authority. So this is so
Yeah.
strong that it's like you're literally the source, authority, and plug on knowledge. Like if anyone wants to know anything, you have it. You got it like that. That's gangster. It's like
Yeah, people they're so like turned off by like I don't know. They don't listen, they don't hear. There's this level of cognitive dissonance. But I just feel like that's fading soon. Like the world's gonna be fucking crazy.
yeah, people are starting as Pluto will go into Aqua, so you're gonna feel Pluto on your Saturn. Um, yeah, Cat. I love how so every time I do Virgo readings, they're so insanely precise. It's terrifying. Like anyone with Virgo, these
My
crazy.
best friend is a triple Virgo, Sun,
Oh
Moon,
my
and Rising.
god, that's what I'm saying. Like, like that's statistically impossible. Like that's terrifying. They just stay on. And then Capricorn, people with Capricorns, like the timing is kind of haunting. It's like everyone who I met with Capricorn power, the placements are so like on point that the timing of how things sequence is spooky. It's like you knew before you were born to be born at this time, and that's what I love. Right? So for you to personify that, Pluto is going to go 0 degrees Aqua 2023 in March, and then again 2024. That's going to awaken your karma, which you own, but you want to think of this as a legitimate library of all the knowledge in existence that you have. And like, you know, it's going to go against because the knowledge you have is of a celestial. So there's like human knowledge, right? There's knowledge that was gained through analysis and like experimentation, and then there's celestial knowledge. So the knowledge you have is like of an alien that's not familiar with this planet. It's like, yeah, you
Yeah.
guys call that kissing, or but no, that's not what it is. It's actually this. And then people are like, who is it? What planet is this from? It's like hard to like, really accept what you're saying when you actually know. You actually have knowledge.
Yeah, I'm like, it's cute. You guys think you have a subconscious. You're actually all conscious. You're conscious of everything. You're giving away your power. Like,
Wow.
so crazy.
And then you got the Pluto Square. So the Pluto Square, once again, to the Aqua Sun, could be very extremely difficult. I think the most difficult one is the one to Leo, because the one to Aqua, at least, it's like shooting a gun in the sky. Like people can hate you, but they'll never reach you. But still, it's this like insane jealousy that you have the wisdom and knowledge you have. On the flip side, it could also be an extreme obsession with what you have. So people can kind of really extremely dislike or like you. It's not really going to
Yeah.
be. in the middle. But it's important to be aware of the square because this can bring trust issues. Where Pluto Square the second can also be the social communities around you psychologically reinforcing negativity whenever you feel into the value of your knowledge, just to have you feel less valuable so you give away more of your power. But it will never work because you're aware of it. You see it every time it happens, and like so
Fucking feels. It pisses me off.
but it's also super strong because it also speaks of the intense extreme influence that you can express with that knowledge. And you got Jupiter and Leo opposite the Saturn, so you got the intellect to really manifest the knowledge, but then you have the passion to express that to others very creatively, which is gangster. It's very gangster. And
That's
then
cool.
no, for real. And then on top of that, you also have Chiron in the seventh. So what you're healing is your awareness of your behavior around how you feel with other people, because people be hating, and it's not even really. I wouldn't even say it's really them as much as like the dark forces or negative vibrations that they're unconscious or conscious of flowing through them, because you like anchor down their higher self and like shatter that sense of illusion. So like any like cursed spirits or demons around there, I'm like, oh damn it, it's her again. Distracted so she does it. So I mean, I don't know. It's very interesting because healing that vulnerability, first of all, it allows you to use your knowledge to heal other people, because your destiny, the South Node on Chiron, is very interesting. It's like you decided it's like you said, you know what? I already know, and I'm not gonna say you know everything, but you have all the knowledge, right? Which I guess could be the
Yeah.
same thing. So I'm going to put my own wounds out there for other people so that I can step more into my power. I want to say this in a certain way because Chiron in the seventh is feeling other people's wounds and also healing other people's wounds, but it's feeling vulnerable, uh, partnering with people, because it's like, how do I say it? It's not even a bad
No,
thing.
that makes so much sense because when something traumatic happens to me, I hurt harder because I think of it happening to everybody else. And that motivates me to change, to not just heal for like my kids or myself, but like for everybody. Like sometimes I like just have days where I'm like, can I just not feel the collective of everything? Like I don't give a fuck today. Stop. I don't want to.
So yeah, you got the karmic lord, you got the karmic soul, because the Saturn is the world in the tower, right? So as an aqua moon alone, you feel into the collective. Aqua, of course, pertaining to the causal realm of the mind, where all of our minds are linked, and you're very aware of that. So as an aqua moon alone, Mercury next to your moon aligns your brain's processing ability to feel into the understanding of this connection. But then you have Saturn on your moon. So like now you legitimately, like all Saturn moons, feel everything at all times. But in Aqua, it's like now universal, which I mean I can imagine is stressful, but also extraordinary. So yeah, the seventh house Chiron South Node is you also unlocking the key to the past life through manifesting past life and early childhood lessons in almost every partnership that reveals what needs to be healed. Because your destiny is to step into the greatness of your own identity. And it's interesting because unlike other people who have this, because you're not the only Cap Rising who was born 91, but you're probably one of the only Cap Risings with the Sun, Moon, and Aqua. So that means, like myself, once again, because second house sons will have this, but like you have a transcendent physiology. You literally have like a goddess body. Your personality and your body is supernatural, and
That's
because
so crazy. I'm 6'2". I'm almost 6'3".
oh my god,
And and like my presence has just affected everyone. Like I like it's I know everybody in my town. Like it's crazy.
it's like you're celestial. Oh, that's so Aquarian. You know everyone in your town, so I love it. It's interesting because Uranus and Neptune on the rising connects your body to the astral and causal realm. So it's like you're literally here, but you're like in every other realm of existence physically.
Yeah.
That makes you like a core port. So there's something I learned in Marvel, like there's certain characters where in every single timeline, they're like the prime, they do the same thing in every timeline. And so like they're the prime person and like things if things change with them, it'll affect every timeline. That now makes sense with Destiny on your rising here. And because it's 12th house to your sun, you might be veiled to this. I feel like as an Aqua, but you may not be aware fully like you were 2020 of how psychic and how powerful you are. I feel like it's different because you still know.
I'm just like, I was kind of like, everyone told me this, and I like stumbled across a mentor who was like, you are wiser than me and like a generations older than me. And I was just like, no, 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 no. And then it was just kind of like put in my face, and I was like, whoa, okay, this is what I have to do, but this is overwhelming. My cousin, it was actually a few months ago, my cousin died last April. And he visited me, and like I always was able to sense energy and know things, but he was like, I could see him sitting on my bed, and I was like, the fuck's going on, dude? It was crazy.
That's deep. And
sorry, I keep interrupting you.
No. Please. Feel free to. Every time you've interrupted, especially, it's given me extraordinary insight. Because like I also have these abilities too, like the Capricorn stuff, but I don't have
totally do.
I just don't have the level of awareness you have. So I connect with the dead, but I've never really seen them. So like you saying it makes it realer for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like it's not like I don't believe it, but it's just I'm kind of learning to get out of my head more and just kind of be in my body, which is a really somewhat difficult.
Yeah. I think when I was 18, my spiritual awakening started because my best friend died in a car accident on Christmas Eve, and then 5 months later, my mom had a brain aneurysm and just died out of the blue. And then I went to go see like a psychic reader because I was like, I want to talk to my mom. And then that night, I had an out-of-body experience, and I was like, what the fuck is this world? And I told my dad, and he was like, that's called a dream. And I was like, what is going on? And so I just like continued down this path of like, this shit is real. And I think like my best friend and my mom kind of guided me through it. Like, I don't know. It's been wild.
Oh, okay. And then you have a wild spirituality or unconscious path. Your relationship with breath, 12th house Sagittarius, is the hidden meaning of life, where you align that with 6th house Gemini Mars. So your actions are enlightened, your words are your weapon, and you align your behavior with truth, which is awesome because your moon trines it. So you already know how to multitask and think about your day. That is gangster. And then I love your grand water trine because Venus is exalted in Pisces. So you have this incredible physiology that's literally the personification of this destiny you're destined for. Because the North Node in Cap here is the working realization of how incredible you are and why your identity and who you are is so needed, so incredible. You manifest all the knowledge in existence in Aquarius, which sounds more gangster every time I say it. And then you express this through the divine abilities and divine attitude in Pisces, Venus in Pisces exalted, where you have this unconditional love for the collective. And your heart literally bleeds for other people, trying Chiron in the 7th, to where you literally will take your shirt off for the back or whatever that saying is, right? Like you'll definitely give whatever you need for anybody of any station of life, but then it intensifies so deeply in Pluto, which is why the MC is like your legacy is to transform the collective. Your legacy
is how I feel. I feel like so much weight is on my shoulders. Like I need to change all of this. Like everyone, listen to me. Like,
so that so crazy. That weight on your shoulders is literally the entire pressure of the universe anchored in your soul. Because now it's like as a deity soul, you don't really have free will like maybe certain other people. There's just certain things that you're gonna do. And like
so true. I don't feel like I have a choice. I feel like this is why I'm here. This is why I came here. So let's do it. But also like fuck.
Yeah. Well, here's the coolest thing, because now your Saturn's return. So like in an anime, where like the character has to wait for their power to return because like you incarnated with all this power, but you had to grow your vessel into it. Now your powers return. Like Saturn is moving forward, your heart's evolving, and so the South Node going through your 11th is gonna unlock. And I'm gonna make a special Pluto Scorpio video, but it's gonna unlock a lot of this pure energy that will source more of the supernatural ability. And because whereas I have these individual consultations, Aquarius is collective. So like this is like being a blog writer because now Aquarius is fixed there. That's words on paper. You're the narrator. You're the director, right? But as a director, you're truly the narrator. So everything that you write, like you can literally be like, okay, today we're gonna see on the news that this happens. I'm gonna find like 5 quarters. My friend's gonna call me, and it all happens.
That has been happening increasingly, and it's crazy. It's weird.
It's supernatural. And I would say once Pluto goes through it, I really want you to challenge that. As far as what I said, like the movie Stranger Than Fiction, I feel is about Aquarius and Gemini, where Will Ferrell's the Gemini, and then the writer is Aquarius. It's like what the? But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, that was.
I feel like I'm supposed to have like a large social media following. I don't know. I've always felt like I live a double life, and like I feel like I'm supposed to just have my family and raise this generation of these psychic little kids, but also at the same time like heal the collective. And I feel like that's through technology, but I don't know.
Okay. No. See, like I love everything you just said because first of all, you do know. So you literally said you literally just spelled out your chart. You said that you feel seriously, right? That's Moon Saturn, that you're supposed to, Saturn, which is obligation, have second house, a huge social media following, Aquarius. Like you literally just said your destiny. You literally just said it. Like, and that's literally what's building. Like Saturn went through, Aquarius went through, you've expanded your value because you manifest knowledge. So like really at this point, Jupiter going out of Pisces is going to prepare you to change your attitude about it all because you already have it all, right? So
yeah, it has changed like drastically just within like the last week or so. And now it's kind of like, are you ready? Are you ready? I'm just like waiting for that explosion, but also like super nervous.
And that's the South Node in Scorpio that's going to unlock that. And it's going to be a cult-like following. Like it's going to be very...
Yeah. Because I don't deal with bullshit. You either get me or I don't follow me.
No, that's beautiful. I hate to cut this call short, but I'm going to send you this recording. I would really love to keep in touch with you. So please don't
totally
hesitate.
Fine.
Right. This is definitely, I'm very grateful. I really like starting my day off with extraordinary charts too. So
I'm extremely grateful for you, and I would love to keep in touch. And you have no idea how much this means. Thank you. Please keep being bomb. You're so badass.